Hello guys, welcome to my channel Aderebet Predict. In today's video, we are going to show you each other how you can make use of basketball to predict your game successfully. And also, I'm going to insert the process of predicting live games in basketball. Many of you have been trying probably football predictions, and they are turning out the way around. In case you are interested in learning some of our easy and safe football tricks, you can come for predicting handicap betting strategy. That is one of the most accurate betting strategy in football currently. If you check the video description, you are going to see what I'm talking about. Now what I'm going to do now is to put you guys through the process of how you can effectively predict basketball over points. Now, without wasting much of our time, I'll be making use some of our leagues, probably the NBA leagues and some other major leagues. And after that, we are going to probably check live games and how you can decide on what and how you can what to predict on these live games. Now let us move on to our leagues, basketball leagues. So what you need to do now is to let us make sure we go for the major leagues that we are more familiar with. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys an example using this particular NBA league as our example for today's video. For now let us click on the first game, which is Boston Celtic and Phoenix Sun. So if you check the smallest odd here, you can see that the odd given by the bookmakers is 213.5, for is 1.24 for predicting over 213.5. Now let us check if the statistics of this particular game meet the requirement. This particular strategy, I've been using it, and I will advise you guys that if you want to be using it, make sure you dedicate yourself to the process of how to make use of it. Now let us see. Okay, the first thing I like to look into before predicting my basketball game is to look into their forms, and because teams that are really in form tends to like score more points. Like both if both teams are in a good form, and if you see some teams that are not really in good form, probably they are trying to score but they lack defense, their defensive ability is not that really very good, and there are two ways like that, and there are some situations that can affect the outcome of the total points in a game now. But the easy way to predict your over point is what I'm going to show you guys right now. Now after checking your form and checking the form of the teams you want to predict, at least they must have won 3 out of the last 5 games, and checking their last previous meeting. If you check it very well, you are going to realize that the consistency in the outcome of their total point is not there. There will be some situation whereby they will play probably maybe 201, and some days they can play around 230 and even more. And it depends on situation, as I said earlier, that anything can affect total points in basketball, most especially in NBA's league. So if you lost your game, make sure that you don't feel very bad and don't get frustrated. And that is the reason why we always advise people to always go for responsible gambling. Now let us go to this. Let us go straight to the point now. Now after checking the form, check the last 5 games they've played with each other, and Boston is playing at home, and check their games. Check the frequency of how they score their points in the last 5 meetings. They only played at home twice, and you can see 94 and 106, and we see another one which is 123. So now what I'm going to do is that is either I pick 94 or I pick 123. Now let me pick just 94, and let us say okay. For Phoenix, that is playing away, they played I think 2 times away also. They play 2 times away, and we have 106, 108. So I will have to pick one out of these two to predict my game. Now let's just see. Probably okay. Let me say I predict 106. Now we have 94 and 106. Okay, let us check our calculator and let's see how it goes. Now we have 200. Now let us move on to the head to head new. So the head to head new shows the previous games that they've played with other teams. So we are going to confirm this method in the SofaScore app also. Now checking the last previous games with other teams, and this is the last 5 games of the home team. And if you check it, and you can see that most of their games were played away. Most of our Boston Celtic games were played away, so we don't have to touch anything from this place because we don't have any particular match that the home team play with other teams at home. So we are cancel this as start for now. Let us check for the away team. In the last 5 games they played, how many times does the away team played at away at the exact position that they are now? So they played in the last game and another game here. So the total outcome of these 2 games is 170. You can see the consistency in this particular total outcome point. Now we have 117. We are only going to be adding that 117 to this figure. Now we are having 317 as our total points, and what you just need to do is to divide it by 1.5. So this is the outcome that we are able to get. That is 211. 211. Actually, if I want to predict this particular game, if it is for me, and if I'm to predict this game, if I'm to predict this game, guys, I will go for over 200 because I like to subtract 10 points from most of my basketball prediction. At least it will give me a safer edge on how to predict this particular game. But unfortunately, if you check the market that the bookmaker provided, you can see that the market for predicting over 211 is not even there. We are having something like 213.5, so that is not very acceptable when you are doing your analysis. If the game start does not meet the requirement and the result of your evaluation, make sure that you avoid the game. Let us make another example. Probably maybe we can see or have what we are looking for. Okay, we have another game here, that is Oklahoma City Thunder versus Dallas Maverick. Okay, now seeing their form, these two teams are currently in a very good form, and let us see their last 5 games. While Oklahoma are playing at home, they played only twice, and one of it is not actually the same leagues that we want to predict our game on. And if you check it very well, you are going to see that the league here, what we're having as the league here is NBA League, NBA Summer League, and what we want to predict our game on is NBA regular season. One thing about this NBA Summer League is that I think the time that they always allocate for them to play the basketball game is not that always enough. Now, I want you guys to pay a very good close attention to these particular details. If you have been skipping every part of the video, please make sure that you focus here. This particular league that you are seeing here, that is NBA Summer League regular season, most times I don't always count it as part of my analysis or stats. So if you want to predict your game, we have 2 games here that Oklahoma City played at home, and we have the one they played at NBA Summer League and the one they played at NBA regular season. Now the one that you need to pick is the NBA regular season, whereby we have 120 points that Oklahoma acquired in the last 5 games while they were playing at home. Now let us move on to the away team selection. Now we have Dallas playing twice away at the same times. One of it is at NBA Summer League, and the other one is at NBA regular season. That is their two smallest figure that I'm currently seeing on this particular start. Now I'm picking 120 and 109. Now let us check our calculator. So now what you just need to do is to go back to the start. We've gotten the 2 figures, and you click on the head to head new, whereby you are going to see the previous meetings of these particular two teams with other teams in the league. Now I want to inform you guys about something like the process of predicting games. It can be very stressful and it is time taking. It takes a lot of time when you are looking for something that is accurate following a particular procedure. Now, in case you are interested in joining our Telegram group or WhatsApp group, you can check the video description and join through the contact details in those videos. Now, let us move on. We have something like, okay, Oklahoma playing away home at home here, playing at home here, playing at home here. Okay, three times playing at home, and the smallest of figures of it is 107. Okay, that's fantastic. Don't forget, in the last, in the previous start that we check, so these are the two figures that we picked here, 120 and 109, and it has been written. So now in the head-to-head new, we are picking 107. The smallest points Oklahoma had while playing at home, 107. Then you go on to the last five meetings they played away, and that is for Dallas. You see here, okay, sorry, and I'm picking 127. So I'm having 463 here, and I want to divide it by 2. So dividing it by 2, I'm able to get 231.5. Now getting 231.5 is the average total points that I'm seeing, and I want to maybe probably subtract it by 10, and I'm having 221. And if I want to predict this particular game, this is fantastic. Okay, let's say there's no much like really much difference in this particular style, particular figures as we're able to get. What the bookmakers is providing here is 222.5, and what we are able to get is 221.5. Now I'm going for that because at least it's very close with just 1 point. And but unfortunately in basketball, just that 1 point that we are overlooking can actually cut the game. But the process of selecting these games is very stressful, and that is what some bettors are not aware of. Like when they see punter giving them codes and it is really working out so well, and sometimes giving them codes and the codes are cutting. They want to understand the process that all the painstaking efforts that the tipstars took to give those games, but you know, nobody is in control of something that involves human activities. Now let us see how we can apply this strategy to live games. One thing I want you guys to notice in live game is that the odds that the bookmakers are going to give regarding to uh, predicting the total points is that it won't be the same, and it won't be that favorable as it always are when the game haven't started. Now this is what happens when you want to predict your over, or like when you want to predict overly in a live game. You can see that the market that the bookmakers will be providing will not like be much. You can see it's just three markets for the over. But another advantage part of it is that the odd will be very high. For example, if you check this very well, you are going to realize that this is 1.65 odd. So if you are able to get something like this, at least with just 4 games, you can acquire your desired odd. Now let us check the start of this game. So I'm going to take note of that. This is Toledo. Okay, no, don't let me go for this, let me look for something else. Okay, I will be looking into this particular match and under the Cyprus Division A, and I'm going to make use of my live bet, the live bet app I use for most of my analysis when it involves live games prediction. Now let us check if we can do that right now. So okay, okay, this is the game we are looking for. This is the live game that we are currently looking for. So we found it. The current, they are about to finish the first set sorry, the first half of the game, because in basketball it's always involve first half and second half. In an half, in a half of a game, in a half of a game, you have two quarter in it, the first quarter and the second quarter. So in second half also you have the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Now currently, what is the time remaining or time left on the first quarter period is just around 2 minutes, and they are going to end it for now. So during that period of 2 minutes, the odd will not be fluctuating again, and that period you will easily be able to predict the over points that you want for the live game. Now let us check. Let us check the head to head. Let us check their head to head, and for the home team, which is Keravnos, they played at home here, and what we are able to get is that, okay, I'm picking this 85. Let us go to the away team also. Okay, the away team played here, okay, and I'm picking 74. Don't forget, here I picked 85, and that place I picked 74. I just make use of our calculator. 85 and 74. And let's check the last 5 games they've played with together. So we have this, we have okay, we have this also. So I think that's also from these two games I'm going to pick this figure, which is 65, and I'm going to pick 102. So 102 plus 65, so 102 plus 65, so I'm able to get 326, and 326 divided by 2, we are getting 163. Now for me, I like to subtract most of my games with just 10 points, and let me try and see if that can work. Okay, I'm able to get 153. Now let us go to the live games and let's see if we can predict this game as over 153 or something that is more lesser. So currently they are about to finish the first half of the game. Now let's see what we can do about that. 153. So unfortunately, if you check the market very well, the bookmakers are not currently providing the odd of 153, but they are providing 154. But if I'm supposed to be you, I will either go for this or wait for them for the market to drop. You know, it can't when it comes to live betting, the odd fluctuates so fast. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about now? 154. The odd is no more there again. This is 157. So that is the problem about live game. If you want to predict your live game and you are able to get your data very fast, your prediction point very fast, I would rather advise you guys to quickly go for it. So I didn't mean that I'm able to get the market for over 153 or 154 again right now. I'm surely going to go for it as predicting it as over 150. Okay, the odd is dropping again. You can see it's dropping again, and if you are lucky to have it as over 154, then you can go for it. So that's just one thing about predicting. But okay, the odd is fluctuating. So the only period that you can have a balanced odd and balanced prediction, how you can balance your prediction, is when they finish the first half or each quarter in the game. So the odd will keep fluctuating until the players are resting. So guys, thanks for watching. I believe this particular video is helpful, and if you think you want to join us or have a personal tutorial, as in maybe probably one-on-one tutorial whereby I'm going to guide you for a month to perfect your prediction techniques either in football or in basketball. We also have some strategies in football that you can also learn to maximize your profits. However, football odds are not like some favorable strategies in football. Their odds are not really always that very big. In case you are looking for something that you'll be winning, if not 100%, 99% accurate, their odds are not that very big, and that is handicap. But when it comes to basketball, trust me, guys, if you're interested in acquiring some of these strategies that will boost your abilities in basketball. I can guide you for just a week one-on-one tutorial in case you're interested. Check in the video description. You are going to see our contact there. So thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.